Regarde mieux,
répondit le Micronésien.
toute cette bande de misérables. Demain, bon. Attention, attention.
Une effroyable détonation. La poursuite durait depuis 10 minutes. Pauvre nègre.
Oh, it's not. Long way to go there. A curious episode. What happened then? Asked the fairy. Micron and Micronesians wriggle under the water. A very lovely town indeed, that microcity. What unexpected eruption occurs on the other side of this disjointed door? The prince of the island is an awful chimpanzee. The descent of a river. The captain lit his pipe, and the captain kept up with his chase. They were Micronesians. One could see nothing from the riverbank but the forest house. The captain got up. Both of them had been sitting on the bank. This band of workers pulled themselves up. The sun streamed over the damp ground, the small craft moored amongst gorgeous ferns, a few pairs of ostrich. The construction began without delay. "Search the forest," I replied. The young mulatto boldly ventured on. The porters carrying did not take long to bring the poor fellow back to life. "We are going to cross the frontier." In front stood the pilot's hut. The barge was about to depart downstream. Micronesians were wandering at the mouth of the watercourse. A great range of excellent fish were caught. The whole crew were at their posts. Excellent to drink, anyhow. I had my cup and bowl, a long queue of impatient people. "As soon as I have finished, madame." The young people had completed the catch. The barge was full up, the anchors were thrown, the passengers disembarked on a flat shore. On this island, a troop of Micronesians appeared. The barge was moored for the night. Submitted to a fumigation by the Micronesian, I could not prevent the hit of the caiman. Some nymphaeas with colossal leaves, the passage through the flooded forest, the suma meira, a gigantic plant. Some citizens were wandering on this shore. The shaman came out of his house. "I am the one you are looking for." "Speak then."
Un épisode curieux.
Qu'est-il donc arrivé?
Demanda la fée. Micron et les siens frétillent sous les eaux.
Une fort jolie ville que la ville de Microcity.
Quelle irruption inattendue se fait à travers la porte.
Je suis celui que vous cherchez.
Parlez.
And last chapter. In love. The communal there's one word I can't say. The communal snuff box was opened by the shaman. A young girl with rosy cheeks appeared. Miss Micronesia, followed by her faithful servant. "You see, my dear," everybody was staring at that point. "Ah, sailors, we nearly paid dearly for my imprudence." Then to the captain, "And so you came, gentlemen? While the girls and the boys were rolling on the sand, Miss Micronesia had a faraway look. The ball thrown skillfully, Miss Micronesia played very well. You should give warning before beginning a bombardment. On the picturesque road of Microcity, I was gesticulating a lot. We were talking of 1,000 things. The ship moved into the straits. The sea, a chemical combination. A little of the Soens, they were attacking it with hammer strokes. I and my metric strides. Miss Micronesia and her companions watched in silence. I heard some shouts. I stopped. Watching the flight of the birds, since 6 a.m., Miss Micronesia was half lying down. This cave has an easy access. We remained out of sight, beyond the horizon of the sky and the water. Miss, Miss, in a second, you, Miss Micronesia cried. I began to follow the narrow spurt. The whole family was climbing the stairs. Neither the young girl nor I had seen the green ray. Then the last chapter, last flight. Sir, I salute you, he said. Sir, I replied with anger. He remained on watch for 7 or 8 hours. The balloon was slowly deflating. His balloon caught a tree and his torch set it on fire. The fool disappeared into space.
Amour.
Okay, and then the last piece. Oh, you can leave it just. Do you want to start? No? Okay. The last piece is also a travel, but this time it's in Australia, and this time I did the filming, the image and editing of the film, and the text, on the other hand, was written both by Jacques Julien and myself. And maybe I should tell the little anecdote that gave the idea to this. Jacques Julien, working on, as you saw, on sports equipment shapes and fields, etc., asked for a grant about 10 years ago, 8 years ago, to go to attend the Olympic Games in Sydney, in Australia, when it was there. And he got the grant, but the answer was so late that he couldn't get any tickets to the Olympics. So he went there to Sydney for 2 months, but he couldn't see anything. And he was stuck in a room and persecuted by his landlord and freaked out and very miserable. And he didn't see much actually there. And so we corresponded, and we had the idea of doing kind of a feuilleton as if we were traveling together. And he would write little impressions like notes, and I would write answer to that and send it to him. And it was called Jacques and Pierre Discover Australia, but only Jacques really went. And then it became this film with the images, and I translated this afternoon two chapters, so it's just a sample of the film, which is about the same length as before, but since it's a very contemplative film, I don't think it matters too much if you don't get all the details of the story, and you're even allowed to sleep. You will miss the images, but the music is very soft.